can you just tell me what's happened here today?
Well, yeah, around 11 I heard that a group of students had come and they'd actually occupied the dining hall.
As you already may know, we're occupying the dining hall of Trinity College Dublin in protest of the €450 supplemental fees that have been introduced. So if you repeat any amount of exams, there's a flat fee of €450 introduced.
So these three fees together kind of represent this nefarious push by the college to force out working class students from the college and from their access to education.
Richard, tell me why you're here supporting the students.
Well, I think it's fantastic that students in Trinity have decided to take a stand against disgraceful attempts to bring in repeat exam fees. This is another barrier to continuing education for hard-pressed students, on top of registration fees that have escalated over recent years, post-grad fees.
So we're saying that we're going to escalate our actions, and this is an example of that. We're prepared to disrupt the college as much as possible to get this revoked, and this is, for a lot of us, not the only demand. I'm in favour of full free fees, and that means getting rid of the registration fee, which is €3,000 for every year per student in this college. So the idea of free education in this country is actually a farce when you think about it. €3,000 is a lot of money, especially if you're a student trying to work part-time on minimum wage. You know, it's just not, you're not going to be able to afford to go to college.
And Richard, how do you think this connects to the general assault on young people that's taking place at the moment?
Yeah, well, I think basically the future of young people is being stolen from them by the establishment in this country and across the world. Young people, are, if you're going into teaching or nursing, are going to get paid less than previous generations. They're faced with a housing and homelessness crisis where rents, even if they get a job, are completely unaffordable. It's not possible to get mortgages. There's low pay, precarious work. And then we even have climate change, where literally the future of the planet for young people is precarious at the moment. So I think we need young people, both in college and young workers, to make common cause now to fight for their future against a system that just cares about profit, doesn't care about the future, doesn't care about young people, it doesn't care about basic rights and basic services. It's trying to steal all those things for money, and I think it's brilliant that Trinity students are resisting that, and I just hope that this spreads into a wider revolt of young people.
It's been something that's been happening for a couple of years, but there's never been something as, I guess, as vocal as this or as active as this. Just speaking purely personally here, it's been the buzz around college the last couple of days has been unbelievable.
So basically this is an occupation that started this morning of the dining hall, and at the moment we're getting ready for a rally at 1, so it's to kind of accumulate all the different people who are willing to do different things to fight against these regressive fees coming in college. So there's people that are occupying, there's people that are doing actions around campus, and basically we've got 3 demands, and the demands are to do accommodation, to put a halt to the increases on accommodation, to reverse the fee that went, the supplemental fee that went through, and to put a freeze on postgrad and non-EU fees as well. So these are 3 draconian measures that the board has brought in again, and it's just absolutely it's digging the heel into students. So we have a really democratic grassroots, but also SU backed movement.
We're human beings who are trying to get an education, and that must be respected.